Okay, so this is Jose, and Jose has agreed to give me a quick tour of his camping rig here. So, Jose, do you want to kind of give us a rundown of your van? Is it make and model? Maybe start with that?
Sure. This is a 1990 Volkswagen Bug. It's usually this model is particular. It's a passenger van that was converted to a camper. It did come from the factory with a queen size bed in the back, and I removed the middle seat, and we'll get to see the inside shortly. But from the outside, this was a burgundy van, and I just painted it some modern Toyota colors because I wanted to make something army looking, since I'm blessed to be 32-year-old in the army, retired veteran. So I wanted to do sort of army desert camouflage style theme, but camo paint wasn't available at the time I wanted to paint it, so I went with the Toyota colors on it. Pretty much on the outside you see it's just a regular Volkswagen. The wheels, it came with 14-inch wheels. These are Mercedes-Benz 16-inch wheels that they fit the pattern, the bolt pattern on them, and only require spacers, and I bought some centers with the Volkswagen stickers on there. The ladder, the cladding is original. The ladder is just backyard made. I bought some cheap cargo van crossbars, and I put a roof basket there. Usually these vans are pop tops and have more room for a bed up on top, but since we don't have that pop top feature on it, I put a cargo basket, and when we go out on trips, we've gone cross country to California, Chicago, Key West, Virginia, and the Northeast with this thing, all the way back and forth from Alabama. And so we up on top we'll put these Walmart containers. They're black in color, also to keep in with the theme, and they're 7-gallon containers, and I'll store in there like the stoves and the kitchenware and some camping knickknacks like hammocks and fuels.
Basically stuff you don't want riding around inside with you. You can create extra room up there.
Correct. So pretty much that's the layout on top. The antennas you see is a TV antenna, a ham radio antenna, and a CB radio antenna.
Cool. So you have a ham radio inside?
Yes, there's a ham radio in there.
Nice.
The front of the van, if you care to come around, just a regular FM antenna, and the 54-inch light bar, some fog lights, 8-inch little light bars. I use those as fog lights, and then I converted the stock headlamps to LEDs also.
Okay.
The mirrors are factory, and they're electric mirrors. Nice. Other than that, that's pretty much. I do have it rigged up so I can, if I go on a long trip now, sometimes I use a motorhome and I have it prepared for towing.
Okay, so you have like tow bars on here.
So this right here would be the tow bar hookups. This would be the manual brake.
Oh yeah.
Manually,
so that initiates the
brake
brake
system, and then it's got a breakaway safety also.
Cool.
In case it breaks away from the towing rig, it'll stop it on the road instead of creating a bigger accident.
So what is is this Jump Master? What is this? No, what is?
Those are senior master aviator wings from the Army.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I was an Army helicopter pilot and instructor pilot for the Army. So basically the concept of a pre-runner sticker is these vehicles came in 4 setups. It's the standard setup, the plain van, and then there comes the Westphalia pop-top camper, and those are the ones that's got the furniture inside. They have different versions of that, like the Weekender and whatnot. And then there's the Synchro. The Volkswagen Synchro is the all-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive style vehicle, and then the pre-runner would have the gear drive, where both rear wheels will operate like kind of like what they used to call posse traction.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same concept, and then they would use this type of vehicle to explore
So more of an off-road.
the
chassis.
roads for road courses from the Synchro and whatnot.
Cool.
So,
Very cool.
of course, the sticker up on top, it took me 6 months in Hawaii to figure out what that was. That's a Hawaiian company. It's a Christian clothing company, beachwear and surfwear, and it stands for He, the Lord, being greater than little I. So that's pretty much the concept. It took me about 6 months to figure that one out.
That's funny.
So, coming around on this side, if you, I have this thing worked out to where I can get to a campsite.
I was curious to see this. So yeah, it rolls out. Or
I
something,
get
right?
to a campsite. I'll explain about this. Is a homemade cabinet, and you'll get to just pull out the pins that secure this air conditioner to the slide. And once it's free, one-hand operation.
That's so cool.
It'll come out, and it's already pre-wired to the generator in the back that we'll discuss later. And I'll have a little plastic hood that I put here.
So this is this a 5,000 BTU?
Yeah, it's 5,000. It's about the biggest one that I can fit on there. I tried the 8,000, but it would not fit.
I like that you match the paint color.
I'll grab this, put it on there,
That's awesome.
and put some magnets on this so I could provide some sort of a seal and a water seal
Yeah.
in case it rains overnight.
So you just hold this down with magnets on the
Yeah, so
on
I'll
the
just
metal.
put magnets here. I store those.
So that
right
keeps the critters out, the cold air in.
here. Pretty much.
Very cool.
I use one of these right here.
Oh, I bet that freezes you out once it gets going.
Yeah, well, it takes about an hour, and then the side of the van will be sweating like a refrigerator or like a brewski can.
Yeah.
So with that right there, it'll keep the water and the rain out. And if I need to put any kind of foam for insulation, I got some pipe insulation, the black pipe insulation stuff that they sell at Lowe's. I use that for the size. Just
People are gonna ask, did you just use normal drawer?
yeah, this is from Lowe's. This is just
Okay.
a regular drawer, a cabinet drawer.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
slides out.
this was an experiment, and I just haven't had time to refine it and make it better. And my intention is to put a Lowe's commercially bought cabinet that will look proper and make it with the refrigerator and all that. So I just haven't had time, and we keep doing a lot of trips and everything else at the house that we don't get to. So like I said, this is homemade, and moving around the back, I made pretty much a towing rig and swing arms with cargo carrier for the spare tire. The spare tire usually will go underneath the vehicle between the two front passengers. What I have in there is a Christmas wreath container with all sorts of spare parts like a starter and a fuel pump and
Oh, that's awesome.
some spark plugs and spark plug wires and some other knickknacks.
So you're saying instead of the tire being under there, you have the tire out here.
I have it out here.
And you have a
because
Christmas wreath
this
container.
tire being bigger than a 14-inch tire doesn't fit well inside there. So
yeah.
I built this, have a spare fuel tank, and then over here we would have a generator. It's not here right now. We pulled it out for the other camper.
So you can run the generator right inside.
So
this.
I can run the generator right in here. There's a fan, an electric fan right here, 12 volts. When the generator is on, it's got a 12-volt plug that will activate this fan, and it'll suction air in, and the exhaust will come out over here.
Huh.
And
you
then
have
I
a
can
little
fuel the
access.
generator from here, and I can operate the front of the generator like cables and plugs and things through here without opening. I do need to open it to get the generator cranked because it's fully started and it's on the side here.
So you have is this a 12-volt outlet here?
That's just no. This is the
that's the key.
The key for it. Over here, I have a tent. The tent fills up the whole container. It's a tent that goes along with this awning. It's 8 by 8 by 8. So it's a cube with its roof and its floor. So it just hangs on that. And it gives me that. So this one over here is, I got tools. I got bike helmets because I also carry a bike rack over here with bicycles and everything else. So pretty much really loads this thing up with the bicycles and the generators and all the tools and everything else and all the camping gear on top. It pretty much turns a 3,500 pound vehicle to a 4,500 100-pound vehicle.
And where did you get these boxes?
These boxes are from Amazon, and they're aluminum color. Some of them come in black, like this one came in black, but the paint, you know, flakes off sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Also in here, I got snow chains or tire chains for the snow and everything else.
Very cool.
And
what is this antenna for? Is this for CV radio?
This is the CV antenna.
Okay.
Over here is this is the concept of a road shower.
Yeah.
This paint is this. You have two choices. You either buy the pipe black or buy the pipe from Lowe's and paint it black, which is what I did. And so I seal the pipe. It's 10 feet long, 4-inch pipe, makes about 6 gallons of water. The black paint soaks up the heat and pretty much warms it up. It operates well.
Now, does it need pressure, or is it just gravity?
I can reverse feel it with a washer hose that's got female on both ends. I can reverse feel it from here, and then when it's full, out of the vent up here, it'll squirt a little water, and then you know it's full. And you close it, and you can screw a hose here, one of those flex hose. Yeah. And or pocket hoses, and it works very well with gravity. Huh. Also, I have this hose right here and a 12-volt pump on the back side of it. Oh yeah. And that's 12 volts, like a pump sprayer. It's in there, and it works fantastic also.
Okay, so I see you have a little.
Yeah, that's the pickup for the pump right there.
Yeah, so it pulls it out of the bottom and then pumps it, pressurizes it.
Pressurizes 12 volts. The switch is on the inside.
It's basically like an RV pump system.
Right. The other option that I have is removing this plug right here, and I have another plug prepared with a tire stem, and I can pressurize it with pressure air,
like an air compressor,
and with a compressor that I carry, and I can use it also with water pressure. So either of the 3 possible ways I can discharge it, gravity works just fine.
So you can put just a shower, like a 1/2-inch shower nozzle on that, right?
We use a water hose with a shower nozzle, with a garden shower nozzle, and we just shower with this thing. That's awesome. Right here. And we have a little folding tent, one of those, like the stuff you use on the beach to change clothes and everything else. So we use that. We use it also as our camping toilet house, and so we can shower in it, and we can use it as a toilet also.
Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, I've seen those before, just never in person.
ARB awning.
So this is an aftermarket awning that you ordered online, and then
yeah, it bolts fine to the cargo carriers there. I usually carry like LED lights that I could use out here for nighttime operations, and I will plug them up over here. 12 volts outlet. I'll plug those lights up in here and light it all up.
So do you have any issues with water pooling up on top, being as flat as it, or you just lower the legs down to allow for drainage?
If it was going to rain, I would lower one end or something so it would rain off. But it's a very sturdy system. It works really nice. And it gets more sturdy once you apply and stake down the room that comes along over there. That room, it sneaks through here. Okay. Right here's the groove where you slide in the tent over here. Okay. And the same thing screen goes over here. It's got a groove over here, and you'll slide up the tent. And
did you get this on Amazon, or what did you?
This one I got it from Go Westy, but they like the Jeep websites and all those sites carry some sort of a awning system, kind of like this one. Okay. It's designed for you to deploy it in one man, so I can put it up by myself without help. It takes 30 to 40 seconds to lay it up like this, and then it takes about 2 minutes to put away, because you just got to be careful. It is rolled up straight, so it'll fit inside the cover.
You could probably put these on most SUVs, right?
Yes. Yeah, they come for off-road like Toyotas and Jeeps and all those things, you know. As long as you have the right hardware, you can use it. So on the inside it's pretty much standard. Like I said, it had a middle seat that I removed just to have room. This seat will lay down flat and convert into a bed, and it'll come out right about to here. So from here, from this point backwards, it's a 6 foot long
Okay.
queen size bed.
Nice.
And 3 persons can sleep in it. For Aurora, on true Volkswagen style, I have a little children's cot. My daughter sleeps in a little hammock on top of the driver and passenger seat.
Oh, nice. So you actually string a hammock between.
No, it's
window?
a metal hammock that I can put up here.
Okay.
I got it back there.
Okay.
It'll take me a minute to
Well, anyone
get it
who's
out.
familiar with Volkswagen, thoughts will be.
They know what a children's cot would look
This
like.
is the other side of the AC unit you were telling
Yeah,
us
this is
about,
the AC unit.
and how you slide that out of the window. You built this cabinet.
I did. This was an
scratch, yeah.
experiment concept that I wanted to build, but what I want to do is replace it with a commercial made one so that it'll open this way instead of this way, so Mama can deal with it over here and use it as a pantry. And on this side would have a refrigerator. Underneath this cabinet right here, we store our porta potty, our camping toilet.
That's something I want to talk about your camping toilets. I think you have an ingenious system. We'll get a little personal here in a second.
I used to have a commercially bought like 2.5 gallon porta potty, and it had the valve that you'd open up to drain it and flush it.
Yeah.
And it'll have a removable tank that you could carry to a toilet and just dump it and get rid of it and rinse it out and come back and plug it all up together. But that drain valve, number one, the flushing valve, because it's always here in the sun and the heat and everything else, it'll become brittle. And once you start flushing it and the little plastic seal around the stem breaks, it starts leaking. And it's just, when you have carpet in a vehicle, it just gets funky. And the other part that would leak also is the actual drain of the tank. It had like a 3.5 to 4 inch cap on the tail end of it that would, if it's not tightly sealed, it would leak. And after 2 of those toilets, that left me ripping out the carpet to wash it and rinse it and get rid of the bodily function smells inside the vehicle, I finally decided to go with the bucket. I don't have it here. Mama pulled it out to go to our fellowship camp out, but what it is a regular either 5 gallon. I have the smaller version, a 3.5 gallon bucket. I bought a black one that goes along with the theme of the vehicle, and I bought also a bucket toilet seat lid that fits on the 5 gallon can. You can find those on Amazon. I think they're like between $9 and $12, and they clamp onto the top of the bucket. And what I did was I put like let's say 10 plastic bags. They come 4 gallon, 5 gallon, 6 gallon little trash bags. And I put about 2 cups of cat litter, the like Arm & Hammer, the one that clumps up real well and seals up the smells and everything else. So I put about 2 cups in each bag. Then I put them all in the bottom of it, and I just grabbed one bag and strung it across and put the toilet seat on there. And pretty much you'll have the bucket and the toilet seat, and you open the lid, you do your business, you close the lid, and when you're done with this bag, or when it's really loaded, you just remove the lid, remove the bag, tie it, discard it, and you pull out another one from the bottom.
That's awesome.
And you put the lid back on it, and you got a fresh toilet ready to go. It stores neatly over here, so when we're on the road, you pretty much travel like this, maybe a couple of bags of clothes and stuff in the back, and we have this much room. This right here, it's just a pantry, maybe a little camping stove, a couple of pots, some bread and knickknacks and sandwiches and whatnot. If we were doing stuff at night, I just put some LED lights in there.
Yeah, it's nice.
And
It's kind of multi-purpose. Yeah. But tell me about the floor down here, because I recognize this rug. For those people who watched my video on redoing that retro camper, this is the same flooring I use. This is just an indoor-outdoor
pretty much, yeah.
roll that you can buy at Lowe's.
Uh-huh.
So you just put this down as like a cover over top of
Yeah,
the
a cover
existing-
over the actual vehicle carpet.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
smart.
the vehicle carpet, and it's got some foam and padding underneath, and I just wanted to preserve this as much as possible, so I just put some of this stuff on top of it.
Yeah,
And I
see.
just used wire, made a U shape, kind of like clipped it on there.
That's
And
cool. You can just pull it out, put in a new one if you want.
either
If it
put
gets
in a
worn
new
out.
one or rinse it out and wash it with a brush and soapy water, warm water, and,
Yeah.
and just let it air dry. And we
So
got-
could I ask you? You could also run the generator while you're driving, right? I mean, it's probably not advisable, but it's
I
possible.
can, but I have no need for it because
Yeah.
number one, we ride with the AC. The only reason I would use the generator, I run a CPAP machine at nighttime. I could use 110, 220, or 12 volts out of here. I also have 12 volts in the back that I ran. So for my CPAP machine for breathing at night, I could use either of the 3 power sources.
Yeah.
But mainly I have the generator for the air conditioner in the summer, and if it's really cold at night and I need, like below freezing, I would run the generator overnight, and I'll just run a small electric space heater in here and avoid the fumes of Mr. Buddy of a propane heater.
Mm-hmm.
We carry a propane heater, a Mr. Buddy or Mr. Heater.
Yeah.
And we also, just lay it over here, and at nighttime, in the morning, we'll crank it up. We use sleeping bags in here.
Yeah, but you don't want to run that while you're sleeping.
No.
All the fumes and everything, it could go.
Basically, for indoor lighting, right here, if you take a closer look over here, I just rigged up some cheap fog lights from Walmart, and you can see the switch right here is lit up when it's all connected.
That's right, and see your house battery.
Mm-hmm. The house battery is stored over here, and the vehicle battery is stored under this seat right here.
Oh, okay. So is there a way to disconnect? I mean, are they linked together in?
They are right now. Right now, if I disconnect this, it'll disconnect the ground for the house battery.
Okay.
If I disconnect this, it'll disconnect these 2 batteries. Now, if I disconnect this and connect this, it'll allow me to use this battery to jump this battery. So awesome. If this battery ever dies, I can jump it with this one.
Yeah, it's like a reserve.
Like jumper cables, but I don't have to actually hook cables to it. It's already pre-wired. All I have to do is turn a key.
Yeah, that's one of the things I learned with boondocking is you don't want to use up your hood battery, because I know that they're linked together oftentimes. So if you use up both batteries, you're kind of
while the vehicle is off, they're separated, so I can camp with the vehicle battery, and then I can use the camping battery to jump the vehicle battery.
I see you got your wasp spray. Is that for intruders?
For wasp and personal defense. We also carry a little taser.
Yeah, there you go.
Sometimes the Mr. Buddy doesn't want to work too well, so we may need some encouragement for the Mr.
Yeah. When I did a wasp video on my channel about wasp spray, and so many comments were, it's good to have wasp spray around because people use it for self-defense or home defense.
Exactly.
But no, I saw over the seat here you have, is that a backup camera that you installed, or is?
Yeah, on the rear view mirror, it's got a backup camera on there, and also has.
Let me see if I can come around and get a different view of that through here. Is that just clips on to your existing mirror?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one is off Amazon too. It's about $35 kit.
Oh wow.
So we have over here a voltage meter that tells me what's going on with the camping battery, and when the vehicle is on, it's telling me what the alternator is doing with the vehicle battery here. Cell phone, CB radio, ham radio, Bluetooth radio, FM radio, and the TV is not here, but this is the antenna connection for the TV right here from the rooftop.
Okay. So you can pick up air channels.
Yes, it'll pick up the regular over-the-air.
I love your
digital
old school compass over there on the dashboard. That was the thing back 30, 40 years ago. You always had a compass on your dashboard.
Well, it tells me which way I'm heading, because sometimes Google Maps it doesn't work where I'm hanging out. It also's got an inclinometer for when I pull up to a campsite.
Now, how many miles do you have on this vehicle?
The vehicle, when I purchased it, had 40,000 miles. Is running on 85,000 right now. So, and then also I have inclinometers to let me know whether I'm level prior to setting up. The rest of the dash is stuck. This is heater and air conditioner, and this stuff right here. This is for the light bar. The fog lights are hooked up as parking lights, so when I turn on the lights, the fog lights will be on all the time. And this right here will be the accent lights for
driving,
for the cabin. So,
yeah.
So right now they're on because the door is open. This cargo door is open, but they just work with the door switch. And if you open that door right there, And let me open this door for you. Are you living, guys? Come around. This was a prize at a car show, and you can tell it'll give you the Volkswagen sign.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It'll project the Volkswagen sign in an LED light.
That's so cool.
On the floor at nighttime.
Oh yeah, that'd be
so.
Cool. It does it right there on that little
Jackie,
step up.
Jackie won those lights at a Volkswagen show. We usually we go to shows and put this vehicle up, and we serve the Lord, so we would use it for ministry as far as witnessing to folks and giving out Bibles and everything else. So other than that, I have another kit of fog lights in the back that will serve me for lights back there when I'm camping. The same kit that I have up here. So you can see the switch over there, and of course there's a smoke alarm and carbon monoxide detection over there. This right here, I use it for storage. Our daughter, 10-year-old daughter, will ride over here on this corner. She'll play and have all her toys here, but this is a beach umbrella. And over here will be the chairs that are outside. They're using them right now. I'll have a flagpole here, collapsible flagpole, 30 feet tall.
Wow. And
it'll have the American flag, the Puerto Rico flag on there. It's on the other RV right now. And another camping chair. And then I'll have a old man's chair.
Yeah.
Like one of those sturdy Harbor Freight chairs in there with a plastic table that I will store on that side right there. So
very cool.
That would be pretty much the whole setup right there.
So one last question for you. How long, if you stock this up with supplies and fuel and everything else, how long could you go out on the road without, I mean, like you drive this up to the North Georgia mountains and park it, how long could you be out there, you think?
I could honestly, see, we are three and Jackie likes a lot of cooking, so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we could go 4 to 5 days at a time. But these vehicles are not, the diesel version of this vehicle is very fuel efficient, especially the TDIs. As it stands right now, this vehicle in particular with the 2.1 original water boxer engine on there, it gives you between 14 to 16 miles per gallon. So it's not really all that fuel efficient, but it is fun to drive. So.
Yeah. So. Very cool. Well, thanks so much for the tour, and
well, you hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll be worshiping and having some fun with this thing. And stay tuned, because if I finally get my 73 up and running, I'll let you guys see that one too. That one is really a well-kept time capsule.
Yeah.
That we use it for show, we use it for ministry, and we've put 30,000 miles on that one. We put 40,000 on this one, but we put 30,000 miles on that one since we owned it in 5 years, and we just enjoy.
Yeah, let me know when you get it up and running. We'll definitely do a video. All right, thanks guys for watching, and if you appreciate this video and liked it, please give it a thumbs up. See ya.